You know, we in the black community should be asking ourselves, why haven't we criticized Don Lemon the way we've criticized Hannibal Burris, Charlamagne the God, or any other black person that has something to say about Bill Cosby? Don gave those women an opportunity to get their lives together. He didn't push back on any of the allegations that was made against Cosby. They all said the same thing, and they all gave the same response. Well, when it came down, well, let me take that back. They all said the same thing, but I guess what I meant to say is their response to why didn't they say anything always struck me as odd. They kept saying that Bill Cosby was powerful. Now, I wasn't born in the 1960s, but I was born in the 70s. And I was old enough in the 80s and well into the 90s to understand that nowhere in 1960s and 70s America, even today, a black man will be able to get away with laying hands on a white woman and she not say something or do something. None of these women told any of their friends, family, police officers, or a doctor. Some of them even said they went back to Bill Cosby. Now, my thing is, if he raped you, why would you go back to him? That's not rape. But Don could have easily questioned these women, could have asked them simple questions like, wait a minute, 1960s America, you mean to tell me that you was afraid of Bill Cosby? 1960s America, Bill Cosby was on a show, I Spy. Then after that got canceled, he went to go to do the Bill Cosby show. He had no way of money or influence at that point in his life. But that's the narrative that kept getting pushed. And when Dunn gave those women an outlet, NBC copy, CBS copy, various newspapers, magazines copy. But he and other black reporters or news anchors could have easily said there and said, wait a minute, something don't smell right here. They wanted to get points with their white bosses. They want to get points with these organizations. Don got to where he's at CNN by going after black folk, by blocking us. A lot of people forget that weekend show he used to host when he wanted to throw shade at brothers and sisters. And I was telling people way before he went down to Ferguson, I said, Don is a rat. I said he's sneaky. I said when he's in Chicago, he gave off that vibe, but he didn't do it that go that far because here in Chicago, they sort of rein in their news anchors. Every now and then, something may slip out, but usually local anchors are usually a little bit more careful with their beliefs and stuff. Because you know why? John Q. Public can roll up on his TV station real quick. Everybody know where NBC was located at when he was working in Chicago. Everybody know where CBS is located at. ABC, Fox, WGN, and so forth. So the shit they getting away with on a national level, cable level, they feel a little bit insulated. Now people say, what about the people in the local? A lot of people don't know that Dunn and them don't always be in New York. A lot of times they be in the CNN office in Atlanta. Yeah, a lot of people that's why they put up that generic newsroom background in the graphics. It was like when I watch Morning Joe every now and then. If my channel, my TV's on MSNBC, I know they in Washington D.C. I know they in New York. I know when they on a permanent set. I know when they on another set because a lot of times they be depending on the shows what they doing at the studios. See, I watch enough TV to know when they on the road and whatnot. And I think that CNN was afraid or is afraid that Don Lemon might get cracked in the skull again because he came close to getting his in Ferguson. He helped destroy Bill Cosby's legacy, and a lot of black folk don't even call him out. Cause y'all what? Cause he's gay? Y'all afraid that somebody gonna say he's homophobic? Don Lemon fits the typical stereotype of gay black men in the workplace. He'll cut a black person's throat Then a white person piss him off, he'll just bitch and moan, but he won't go after him the same way he go after a black person. See, when I talk about Kenan Thompson and Hannibal Burris and the rest of them, I need to start making sure I mention Don Lemon in the same conversations. Because he think he got away with it. He hid behind his sexuality. That's just giving Don Lemon cover. Don Lemon ain't ever questioned any of the players in the whole thing with Bill Cosby. Why hasn't Don Lemon did anything about Julie Shin hypocrisy, double standards? Every day, her slut-eyed ass run on her host, bashed Cosby, bashed Camille Cosby, bashed Chris Brown. Any black man that they deemed that was a threat or have any money or any influence, they bash. All of a sudden, get to last Moonves, she said, I ain't saying nothing else about it. It's full of shit. She should have lost all credibility there. That proves somewhat what Donald Trump has been saying about the media. Now, as a black person, I'm not naive to think that the media don't lie in the story, because we see it every day. But this bitch sat here and say, I'm standing by my husband, but had the nerve to say that Camille Cosby was stupid for standing by Bill Cosby. Her husband the one that got power. He's the one that greenlight television shows and who works at what studios and whatnot. Bill Cosby had that kind of power. And notice these white women been on cold. They ain't getting in front of the cameras bad mouthing white guys with sit down interviews like they did Bill Cosby. I told y'all, when they go after a black man, they got to get at least 10 or 15 people lined up to all make sure their stories line up. Because they know one or two people can be dismissed now. But some of them, they go too far with it. Like all of a sudden, R. Kelly's the bad guy of the moment. And I'm sitting there saying, y'all, only reason why, because white folks start yelling about R. Kelly. Other than that, nobody gave a damn about R. Kelly. We do this. Look what they did to Ray Rice, how they destroyed their brother's reputation. Look what they did to him. Every day, these talk shows, these daytime talk shows, got they token blacks on there, and the rest of them white or other, and they talk about black men. But my thing is, Julie Chen should have been called out. She should have either said, you know what, I'm not until the investigation over my husband, I can't sit at this table. Cheryl Underwood and Aisha Tyler said that, and amen. Now, Aisha Tyler's not there anymore, to be fair, but Cheryl Underwood is. Cheryl Underwood, she was saying, wait a minute. We say here we badmouth Camille Cosby, Felicia Rashad, anybody still Bill Cosby. We believe a bunch of women who have questionable past, and then we said they said, wait a minute, Gloria Allred's behind these women. Why is you know it's getting heard Gloria Allred about these white women that have come out? They ain't. I told y'all they got an agenda. Ladies on the View, Sonny Hoiston, Bill Cosby did this. Only one that gave Bill Cosby a consistent pass was Sarah Haynes, because she said we got to make sure that all these people are not lying. And she said some of these women are not telling the truth. She said that. Rosie Perez, she at the View said she said let's get the facts. Whoopi Goldberg said she let white guys punk her eyes out, and she comes around and threw them under the bus. But Sonny Hoiston, she's a prosecutor. She think every man is out to get a female. Joy Behar the same way. They went after Camille Cosby. They told her to leave her husband. They called her all kinds of names. They did that Rihanna when Rihanna tried to get back with Chris. Remember when on Inside Edition, these white women in the newspapers calling her a dumb bitch? It's fun. They do not want black men and black women together. And I'm going to keep reminding y'all this shit because it's bugging the fuck out of me that this week I'm watching the news, the lack of coverage. Oh, they talk about it for a few seconds here and there, but the women that was out here yelling last shit, they silent. Where are all these white women that was yelling about Me Too? I told y'all last summer that was a fluke. They said, nah, we ain't gonna get caught blaming white men again. We gotta make black men the face of this. Barack Obama threw Cosby under the bus. But he was getting attacked by the very same people. But what's going on, Bill Cosby is sad. We in the black community allow other black folk who ain't been around, who ain't had no skin in the game, turn around and throw. We did that to Reverend Wright. We did the same thing to him. We threw him under the bus. This is why so many people in our community who want to help don't help anymore, or say, I ain't putting my neck out for our people. The moment Bill Cosby came under attack, black folks said, wait a minute, hold on, Bill Cosby of all people? Now we let the media, we let white folk in Hollywood destroy this man's reputation. Ain't no way in hell a black man can get away with that many years of interacting with women and not be accused of something. And you wait till the man gets damn near dead or start having health issues and some unknown comic come out and now y'all take it seriously. Bill Maher led the charge. Gloria Allred led the charge. Judd Apatow really led the charge. We got to destroy this guy's legacy. We got to make him a pariah. But they quiet about everybody else. When Judd Apatow and Leah Dunham got called out for defending a white guy who was accused of racism, all of a sudden people said, wait a minute, hold on a second. There's a reason why they don't want black folks like myself on social media. Because we'll point this shit out. But I had to go back to the question, why hasn't Don Lemon did the same thing he did with Bill Cosby with these other people? Now that's a rhetorical thing. We know why. We know exactly why. Don don't want to piss anybody off. Don have no problem cutting black people's throats. Let me remind y'all, he defended Bill O'Reilly. Let me remind y'all, he went down to Ferguson, he insulted the community of Ferguson. If you watch his show, he's quick to check other black folks that check coons. Now, if you're a gay black man, you don't like the fact that I said he's stereotypical most gay black men, come on, let's keep it real. Y'all know some of them gay black men who work in the workplace will do anything to cut another black person's throat. And then when they left by themselves, they want to yell racism. Don Lemon every night been bitching about Trump. You had him on your show multiple times and didn't hold his feet to the fire, Don. Now you want to talk about, well, Trump lies all the time. Trump says this about CNN. Wait a minute, y'all gave him a pass on CNN. That's why I don't take y'all serious. Because CNN has tried to create controversy just for the last few months. Jake Tapper. Remember he went after his sister, Tamika Mallory, brought up Farrakhan. Jake Tapper was the one that was brought up about Congressman Keith Ellison. When Keith Ellison wanted to run for the head of the Democratic Party. We seem to forget who said what at any given time. But I'm telling y'all, when we talk about Hannibal Buress, we can't forget Don Lemon. Don Lemon gave these women a platform. If y'all went back and listen to all them interviews like most of us have, y'all can pick up where they lying at. That's just why Gloria already Lisa Bloom so silent now. They waiting for the next brother to go after. We should be asking ourselves, why do we continue to let some black folks get away with the shit they do? Don Lemon is a rat. Don Lemon is friends with Wendy Williams. He's a semi-regular on her show. Wendy had shit to say about Bill Cosby. Because Wendy Williams did some dirty and Cosby called on it. She didn't lose her job. She got reprimanded, but she didn't lose her job. The other who got reprimanded didn't lose his job, but he said, I'm glad Cosby got in jail. People even Bill Cosby gave an opportunity to throw Cosby because they love that. They love being in Hollywood. They love being invited to them parties. Usually I don't say this out loud, but I hope to God everybody that participated in destroying that man's legacy or constantly promoting the negative images of black people, I hope these motherfuckers get theirs in the end. because y'all sat back here and let this Asian woman basically get away this week, and her co-workers and them get away with not being critical of this fucker. Now he probably might be innocent, but the fact remains is they didn't get Bill Cosby or any other black man that treatment or give them the benefit of the doubt. She said, I'm going to stand by my man, but he had the nerve to attack Camille Cosby. That's hypocrisy in the worst way. But it tells you about the stereotype about Asian women. Look at Mitch McConnell's wife. She's Asian. All this the nasty shit aimed at everybody. She's standing. I stand by my man. Asian women would do anything if they get a white man. They would stand by them thick and thin. But talk about everybody else, but like, not mine, not mine. Like I said, I usually don't wish bad shit luck on people or harm to fall people. But I do, because when you sit back and watch TV, you're like, these people sit here for damn near 4 years to destroy that man's reputation, and then turn around and have the nerve like nothing here to see. I mean, she should have said, you know what? Because my husband is the head of CBS, and I work for CBS, and I'm a reporter, and this is a personal moment for me. I'm going to recuse. I'm going to step back from it. I would have had more respect for that. But she sat back there and told people that Bill Cosby, he's guilty. These are victims. Camille Cosby is silly for standing there. I never forget those shows. And you guys, if you'll believe, go look it up. There was some magazines saying that Julie Chen and them are full of it. It's a double standard. And to those black men and black women in Hollywood that joined in berating Mr. Cosby, going after his wife and kids, y'all gonna get y'all's in the end. But I say this again, I want to know why Don Lemon is not doing the same thing he did with Bill Cosby, the women accused Cosby. I wonder why Dunn. I know why he ain't doing it. He don't want to piss nobody white off. I told y'all way back last year, I said these white women realize they done messed up. So watch black men become the face of all things wrong with sexism and everything. The other day, it was a white guy got caught raping somebody. He ain't going to jail. They're not going to prosecute. Remember, 54 to 60% of white women vote for Donald Trump. Remember, last winter, they was going to vote that pedophile to office. Why haven't Don Lemon done these stories about that? He's talking about everything else.